I am Geoffrey in the Dyflin campaign on Legendary difficulty from Thrones of Britannia, the wonderful saga title from Creative Assembly, and we have just finished the summer of 887 AD, going towards the autumn of 887 AD, nearly 10 years in campaign time. So the campaign started in 878 AD. This is going to be the final episode, the 8th episode, and about 10 years or 40 game turns of campaign time. So that was the fleet of this faction we're at war with. They've gone south. They've got presumably a cunning plan where they're going to attack our provinces in the rear while our army is conquering their country. I presume that's their plan. We'll see what goes on. This is a little bit worrying. So West Moringas has been destroyed as a faction, and Liot is once again being troublesome. So we have to decide what to do about him. We're at the end of the campaign, so it doesn't really matter. Perhaps money will silence him. We will see. So the High Irish King has expanded his dominions. Probably he's got some other event going. Viking are now at peace with Kent. This is the province of Lygen. We have conquered. And we have finished a couple of buildings in Lygen, a Viking port and a lumber yard. Here is our king in Moig up north. You can see the enemy fleet sailing down the Irish coast.
Our foes shall fall. Hurry along. Move up. Moving out.
Once again, unfortunately, even though I had clicked in an area that looked like the path was through our conquered territory, our noble went through neutral territory, upsetting the neutral factions. So annoying. We have no governor assigned in Downpatrick, so perhaps we should find a governor. Here's our king in this place called Moig with the best part of his army.
Enemy blood will flow.
Here's good Rodar in Downpatrick with the rest of the army. And this is our family tree. So all the nobles, Sigfrodo, the brother of our king, Sigdrigar, his nephew, and Ivar and Rogvald, his sons. Our king has 8 influence. And here's good Rodar. You can see his various skills up there. Decisive, Madman, Shabby, that's not so good, but the other ones are very good. For Decisive is good, Madman inherent skill is amazing, plus 10% melee, and Survival and Funny, for some reason. Maybe he has a funny name, Godradar. Okay. Okay, and here's Hornkel, here's a governor down south in Vasafjordor. And he's got an increased, scribe with an increased skill now. One problem we have is you can see our province up north doesn't have, our new province doesn't have a governor, so it's on red. Public order is not so good. So we have to do something about it, find a new governor. So I'm looking at who is the best current governor, and I'm going to move him up north. These are various nobles. Some of them are new candidates. For example, this one, Ingi, is a lesser, so sounds good. Increased farm output. It's better to put him in a province that has lots of farms. And I think the Dyflin province, Brega, has a lot of farms, as you can see. So it'd be better, I guess, if Ingi, as a new governor, goes here. And then I can move Ziktorigar, our king's nephew, to John Patrick as a new governor. I think it's possible to do that. So this new province is called something like Dyflin or Firetark. So I'm going to move Ziktorigar. Let's see.
Our foes shall fall.
Ziktorigar to Dyflin. Now that area has gone green or yellow or whatever. But now we have no governor in Brega, in the province of Dyflin. So we're going to assign Ingi here, who is a lesser. It's going to cost us 525. But we're going to increase and boost our farming output by something like, was it 10%? That's amazing, because there's a lot of farming in this province. So it's worth it. We'll make 525 in a game turn or two. Now, the only problem, I guess, is that Ingi doesn't have a lot of loyalty. He only has 2. You can see here at the bottom. He only has 2 loyalty. All the other nobles have 3 loyalty. The reason he doesn't have more loyalty is he doesn't have any estates. So that's a bit of an issue, but 2 is, I guess, kind of okay. How can we improve that? We can secure loyalty, do all those other things. Lower influence, I don't want to do that. That will make him look like a fool and he might backfire. Marry him, seek a wife, that is a possibility. But usually when you try this, all the potential wives are stupid. So this one, you can see, has -1 influence and actually -1 loyalty for her husband. So I've turned her down. That's 1,000 coin down the drain. Seeking a wife is not so good. I'll have to find another solution for him. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to repair this building, this lumberyard or something. That should be repaired in a game turn. We're nearly the end of the campaign, so none of this matters, really. There's no time for revolts, there's no time for anything. But anyway. So I'm going to try and attack this fleet that's sailing down south. I'm going to attack the fleet with a good rudder, and the king will reinforce. But my feeling is they might try to retreat. That's exactly what they've done. And now our king is no longer within reinforcement range. I don't think so. We have 15% reinforcement range. But you see, it's barely... He may be outside reinforcement range if I try to attack the enemy fleet in the open. So I'm going to put him behind the king, so if he tries to attack, at least he will attack the king. He's not, of course, going to attack now. The enemy fleet, I mean. Okay, so here's back in Dyflin, Geoffrey with our second army, or perhaps our third army, because we've split the king's army into 2. This army in Dyflin is now sizable, although of questionable quality, but good in numbers. So move him up to this place in Ascari. Potentially we'll move him up further north to Linz, we'll see. Because next game turn it's possible that the enemy fleet, the Ulite fleet, might try to attack us. Definitely they cannot reach Dyflin, but they can probably reach Linz. So something to keep in mind. And what are the other options they have? They can try and attack some other coastal town. Okay, back to our fleet. We found a place somewhere north. We can either land here or continue north. So we've landed on the icy northern shore. I've chosen the first option. Someone has trained again called Imbecilic. That's not so good. Was it Zictoriga? Who was that? Oh, that's not so good. Anyway, he's gained a follower, so we've increased the skill of his scribe.
Blood will flow.
And this is these are the areas we want to conquer next. So Ivar, our king's son, is conquering this place called Koinar. And we just occupy this place to be able to handle the public order. We don't need the money. The campaign is nearly over. So the enemy fleet is out at sea in the winter, so they are hopefully suffering some attrition. And Sigfroder will reach Linz, and so that safeguards Linz, so he's probably going to attack the settlement down from Linz. Here's the tech tree, so we finished the trained fighters, so we can now recruit. Oh no, we've finished the one below, but we can now start the trained fighters. And if we do that, we can increase we can recruit the Eastmen herdmen, so we'll do that. So that's a new attack. We are starting now. And our king can probably attack the enemy fleet.
We will serve.
Fortunately, it will not reach.
The sea awaits.
The sea awaits. Glory awaits.
Longships, aye.
Yeah.
We're about to dock. We'll pledge our service.
Okay, Good Rotor is going back to doing Patrick, and our king with his thunder swords. Can either sail north to this place Latharna, which is our 10th settlement. If we take Latharna, we win the campaign. Alternatively, we can use the king to attack the enemy Ulite fleet.
Ships heading out.
And predictably, the enemy fleet retreats. So we need 10 ports, 10 coastal settlements to win the campaign, the short campaign. We've got 9 so far. If we take Latharna, we'll finish the campaign. This place here.
Our foes shall fall.
So we send Good Order to take Latharna and send him north. Hopefully, that's going to be a safe move. It's going to go by sea. Doesn't matter that it is winter, since we get no attrition being Viking Sea Kings. So here's our various provinces. We have 4 complete provinces. Or is it 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 complete provinces. And 1 partial province so far. This is Ligen. We can potentially build something. We have nearly 3,000 gold to spend on something. Here's Castletown on the Isle of Man. We can upgrade the ship fort into a shore fortress. We have enough money for that, or otherwise we can get a Viking harbor. That's going to take us 12 game turns? Goodness me, that's 3 years. Okay, we'll go for the shore fortress. Ready, horsemen, ready to oar. ready to plow the seas. So, next turn will be now the spring of 888. And the enemy fleet attacks Caroline and takes it back. That's so annoying. So we're down to 8 settlements, 8 coastal settlements now. We need to capture another 2. Oh, that's interesting. The Vedra Fjord are sending a fleet to help us out against our fight against Ulide. Probably we will not need them, but that's very nice of them. Because they are vassals, they are coming to help us. Isn't that amazing? That doesn't happen in Medieval 2, for example. If someone is your, whatever it is, like your ally that don't care, in Medieval 2, if you attack, if you can reinforce an ally, rather, or if an ally is within reinforcement range, then he will get involved. But only then. They will not actively come to help you. So anyway, we have another mission. We can, if we capture and hold 3 ports on the mainland of Britannia, then we win this condition, this mission, and we get rewarded with +10 tribute, which would be nice because we lost a lot of tribute with all the shenanigans with might that haven't worked out. Gleiweissig is now at peace with Gwynedd. They've signed a treaty. Ulide have captured the settlement now. Muir Irene, the Irish Sea, is being contested by Ulide. It's no longer ours. That's not so good. We have captured the province of Dal Feiertag from Dyflin. We finished the Great Thrall Market. Exporting the rowdy peasant rabble makes the streets safer and keeps the coffers from overflowing. That's very nice to hear. So we have some slave thrall or something. Dyflin Breg gets a new building. Okay, here's the enemy army now in Caroline. And here's our 2 armies. We can very easily take Caroline back. So what we have to do is one of the armies will sail within reinforcement range, probably the army under Sigfroda, and then our king with his thunder swords can attack Caroline from the sea, of course, and take it very easily. The enemy army has hired some units, so it's a full army now, 20 units, but of course some of them are being newly recruited, and some of them were at sea, so hopefully they're not full strength. Hopefully they're not full strength. We'll see, because, you know, it's legendary difficulties, the AI, you never know. So, Sigfroda has come to help us out, and our king attacks with Sigfroda within reinforcement range, and we have massive superiority. You see, the enemy army is mostly being recruited, but they have some full strength units, which is strange because they were at sea over the winter. That's very strange. They should have suffered attrition, but maybe it doesn't apply to the AI on legendary difficulty. Anyway, we have attacked them, decisive victory, settlement captured. Unfortunately, we've lost public order by capturing it twice, so public order has gone another -5 down, but it doesn't matter. It's the end of the campaign. We've destroyed that army. And the enemy commander Murdak or something has been killed, has been slain, has been killed in battle. So we're back to 9 settlements, and now we just have to take Lathana. Good Roda is on his way. You can probably take Lathana this game turn, which is the spring of 888 AD. That's 41 game turns, 40 game turns going to 41. So 40 full game turns. If we take it, we finish the campaign. Yeah, so campaign is over. We've won. We'll see the announcement very shortly. Hopefully at the end of turn. So our king, because of his victory, has gained a follower. So you can probably champion is kind of interesting, but only applies to the king's bodyguard. Bard applies to everyone. Quartermaster is the best one because it improves campaign movement range and gives all kinds of other bonuses to the army, the whole army. while on campaign. That's the best one if your army is on campaign. So you see that decreased upkeep. I mean, a king already gives 50% decreased upkeep, -5 because we'll have the quartermaster, -55 upkeep. Unbelievable, huh? And so, I mean, it's very nice. It's amazing. I love it. So, back to our various nobles here. Let's see what we can do. We have this province under control because our king... No, because this noble is there. It's interesting. The public order is pretty good. That's okay. I like that. Riders of the Bifrost, or Bifrost. Bifrost. Whatever Bifrost was. And the province of Dalnaraidi is now ours, so brought Ivar within reinforcement range, so he's safe, he doesn't get attacked. And Uline still has one settlement up there, up north. So we could potentially take that settlement as well. Although we don't need it to control the campaign. Muir Iron is now fully controlled by us. You can see there the announcement. The sea weights. This guy has, I think, 10% or 15% plus for naval battles, defense or attack for his ships or something. He also has a -50% upkeep, which is amazing. I love that. And he has gained a follower or skill or an upgrade on a current follower. Which one? Priest improves public order, but I'm not sure if it applies to sort of field armies, so if it only applies to governors, if this benefit applies to governors, I'm not so sure. The province public order isn't so good. The champion is not a great thing because it only applies to the bodyguard. The priest improves public order, will go from -10 to -5, it says. That's interesting, okay. But of course, quartermaster is the best for field armies, so, I've gone for that. Still have a problem with public order then, but what can you do? We'll have to snuff it.
We're about to dock.
And I bring Sigfrodo back to the capital, just in case things, so we don't get backstabbed, basically. I don't know how the AI will going to work. Our king is here in Carlin, so we have to do something with him. That's not a very good place for him. Engi, the new governor of Dyflin, can we do something about him? Because his loyalty is not very high. It's 2. You can see it's in red. So one thing we can do is adopt him. As long as he doesn't get married, he will not. He will not be on the line to the throne, because we have the other 2 sons, Ivor and the other guy. So we have adopted him there. You see now, his loyalty has gone up to 5. Is that so? No, up to 4. And the other 2 are 3. So loyalty is no longer a problem, but he's now super loyal, extremely loyal, this guy Inge. So we've solved the loyalty problem.
Our foes shall fall.
And so we are back in Lathana. And off to the next game turn. Hopefully that's going to be the end. We're going to have the victory announcement, hopefully. Oh, our allies are coming over. But the war with the Uline is nearly over. But it's so nice to see this. It really, really is. I mean, that's one thing I like Lasted because of this. He doesn't like backstabbing, and he's done a good job to, even though it makes the campaign easier. You know, there are a lot of complaints in Medieval 2 that you have these allies and they don't do much for you. But now here they actively come to support you.
A true king leads from the front.
Amazing.
By his deeds and noble example.
Yes.
By your hand the people are united.
Yes.
Joined at last in common cause. The annals of history will talk of your deeds in reverence of this great feat. All hail.
All hail King Barder. All hail the king. Yes! Yes! Victory! 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 Oh, it's so amazing. So, although it took me just an evening to finish the campaign, it took me nearly 2 years to actually do the videos, because I'd much rather play than make the videos. Although I love making the videos, I love even more playing. Oh, it feels so great to finish a campaign, to actually make the final video of a campaign that really feels so amazing. And so here's the complete history of everything. You can see our kingdom in brownish, in kind of beige brown, on the coast of Ireland, the east coast of Ireland. We also control the Isle of Man. We have 6 complete provinces, and our king has achieved greater rank. He was rank 8, now he's rank 9. Short victory. Okay, there's been some kind of flood or something's damaged the building somewhere. It doesn't really matter. We can repair the building in Vasa Fjord. There was a flood from that little small river somehow. It flooded Vasa Fjord and damaged some buildings. We can repair them. No big deal. Nothing too serious.
Our foes shall fall. Marching formation. We'll see this through. Hurry along.
Here's Engi. He's gained a follower. He didn't have any. So we'll start with the scribe, as he is a governor. Scribe, I think, is the best trait for a governor and quartermaster for a field army. And here's the last settlement of Ulide. They are recruiting an army, but it's just a general at the moment.
Move up! You can rely on us! We pledge our service!
And so we'll finish this campaign in under 4 hours. You can finish a short campaign and Thrones of Britannia, at least in the version that I have, which is one of the early versions. We can finish a campaign in an evening, in under 4 hours. That's, I think, is amazing. You know, I mean, if you stop and start to have dinner, like I did a few times, or if you, whatever, you think about it, or whatever, you stop and start, I mean, it's going to take you more than 4 hours. But 4 hours of gameplay, playtime, I think it's amazing. I mean, it's amazing to have that option, to just finish the campaign in an evening, or, whatever, on a Saturday or on a Sunday. I think it's great. So, we have money now to recruit units. And, I might need a couple more units because we're now going to attack this place, Dun Zibugi or something. Zibut, whatever. Who knows? Even the scholars probably don't know how those places were pronounced back then. So, short victory. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this campaign. Thank you very much.